You have got to hear what The Undertaker just said about today's WB because The Undertaker, obviously, he's a legend. Obviously, the man has done it all in this business. One of the GOATs, one of the biggest names in the history of the wrestling business, and such an important figure in the history of WWE. And with him and Vince McMahon coming together for this character, Mark Calloway probably wouldn't have reached the heights that he did in the wrestling business. But if you recall in 2020, Joe Rogan had The Undertaker on and Taker caught flat because he called today's wrestlers soft. He said this at the time. It's tough right now for me because the product has changed so much. It's kind of soft. I'll probably piss off a lot of people, but they need to hear it. To the young guys, oh, he's a bitter old guy. I'm not bitter. I did my time. I walked away. I just think the product's a little soft. There are guys here and they have an edge to them, but there's too much pretty and not enough edge. Fast forward to November 2023 while speaking on his 6 Feet Under podcast on Patreon. Undertaker said this about the state of wrestling. It's amazing now. All the protocols are in place. We're treated today like NFL, NBA players, MLB players. There's a list of protocols that you have to go and get cleared once you get injured before you get back into the ring. Back in the day, we didn't have trainers that traveled with us. If someone had a roll of white athletic tapes, that was the trainer because he had something that you could probably use. Nowadays, we have 2 or 3 trainers that travel. We have a doctor that travels. Concussion protocols. I have to be honest, for me, it's hard to accept that at first because, oh man, everything is getting soft now. I appreciate the badge of honor, as silly as that sounds. It was hard for me to accept that. Man, our business is getting soft. It wasn't getting soft, it was getting smarter. I'm glad that I was part of the generation that led to that because today you see the referee and they throw up the X. You know, if something bad happened, you're not going to have a bunch of blood in the ring. If someone is concussed or injured at the point, the match is going to be stopped, and athletes are going to be treated the same way that they need to be. And that was it. So, yes, while The Undertaker, he upset a lot of people back in 2020. At least he's owned up to the fact that, hey, look, he was wrong, and now he understands. That's valid of him to go ahead and say what he did.